morning, darlings. Why is marriage not a goal? Have you ever wondered why is marriage not a goal? I posted a screenshot of um my book that I'm working on. Okay, that's one of the reasons why I am MIA, because I have to get this book out to you. And the question was, why is marriage not a goal? And I was going to post, I printed 2 pages out. I was going to post the second page. I said, you know what, let me jump on and just chit chat a little bit, and talk about why is marriage not a goal? Okay, especially in the Black community, right? Going to school is a goal. Getting your bachelor's, your master's, and your doctorate is a goal. Buying a house is a goal. Buying a car is a goal. Okay, getting your $500 weave, it's a goal, girl. Buying your first Chanel, girl, it's a goal. Going on a cruise, it's a goal. Getting married, no, girl, that ain't no goal, child, because I don't need a man, honey. I want one, but I don't need one. And see, that is definitely a problem. And I wanted to jump on earlier this morning, but I was sitting outside enjoying the fresh air and talk about Stacia saying, I don't need a man, but I want one. But I said, you know what? I think that's a lie that I really need to do so that we can really, really, really talk about what I don't need a man, but I want one means. Because a lot of you, well, let me not say a lot. If you've been with me and you've been listening to my content consistently for 3 months, okay? 3 months, I don't believe you, my cousins and my nieces, have the I don't need a man mentality. Because you've been listening to me, we understand that the shepherd husband, the masculine husband, the Psalm 23 husband, the Christ-like type of husband, the husband that we want, the prepared husband, is a husband that needs to be needed. And so if that's the type of husband you need and you want, you don't have the I don't need a man mentality. However, if you want a Pookie, Rere, Tyrone, Dusty, a scrub, a hobo, H-O-B, hobosexual, or a gigolo, then you will have the I don't need a man mentality. I just need some of your sperm, but I don't need you. Okay? So I'm going to come back and we're going to talk about I don't need a man. And if that is in your vocabulary, honey, you need to get delivered, because that is demonic. That is straight from the pits of hell. Because how many of you know that God created men and women to need each other? It is an exchange that takes place. I don't need a man is the world saying I don't need Jesus. But yet they want to claim they're children of God. No, you're not. Your father is the devil, because those who need Jesus and has accepted him as Lord, as Savior, and as Redeemer, he said in the book of John chapter 4, to them have I given power to become the sons and the daughters of God. So when you have if you have I don't need a man mentality, but you want to get married, baby, you need to get delivered. It's Saturday, girl. It's hot here in New Jersey, girl. Girl, I was sitting outside my porch just about almost naked. I was almost naked. It is so hot. I am wearing the Fruitful Wife shirt. And guess what she said, girl? P.S. Enjoy your marriage. How many of you know marriage is to be enjoyed? Be sure to check out the Fruitful Wife. She teaches on marriages. Her and her husband have a wonderful ministry over there. So be sure to check her out. Thank you for your love and support. Those of you who have subscribed, my Patreon, my books, the reviews. This new book is coming soon. You know what? I need y'all to pray for me, because I'm struggling with my conclusion. I'm really struggling with it. And it's a beautiful conclusion, but I'm struggling with it. I'm gonna get it to you. So let me just go ahead and read. This is actually, if you have the Naked Wife, this is a section in the Naked Wife, but I am going to write an entire book about marriage is a goal. And I wanted to mention it in the book that's coming out about the guys I dated. And see, a lot of us mess up because marriage is not a goal. Everything is a goal. And then you get 35 and you're like, oh, I want to get married. I need a husband. And then you're mad why you don't need a husband. But for 20 years, you've been going the wrong way. Think about, the Northeast. I'm in New Jersey. So our state highway is the New Jersey Turnpike. Think about driving down the New Jersey Turnpike for 20 years. You just going. And then you realize after 20 years, I've been going in the wrong direction and you need to make a U-turn. And you make a U-turn and all of a sudden you make a U-turn and you want to be in Boston. How many of you know you're going to have to drive back that 20 years of driving you drove until you get to where you begin to get to Boston? And that's how women are, 35 and you're full going on 40, where I don't need a man. And all of a sudden, oh, I do need a man because I need some of his sperm. You don't want to go to the sperm bank and you don't need him, Jer. You just want him like he's an accessory, like he's a purse. You just pull it out when you need it. But that's not husband. That's not a marriage, baby. Who gets rid of something? Why is marriage not a goal? There's a demonic lie that we should not desire marriage. I need to put here, especially in the Black community. Our angry mothers and aunties told us we don't need a man. Go to school and get your degree, girl. You don't need him. You're a strong, independent Black woman, and you can do it all by yourself. But when you realize you need a baby, then you're like, or you get tired. I talk to a lot of women in their late 30s that they're tired. I'm tired, girl. I need me a husband. Because God didn't create us to do all that we've done. Imagine Eve tending to the garden. God didn't create her to tend to the garden. God created Eve to clap her hands while Adam tended to the garden. So we are taught, it's a demonic lie for us not to desire marriage. And what happened was our grandmothers, right? Think about it. Our grandmothers was married and she was dependent on grandpa. But grandpa had 6 other families. And our mamas and aunties was mad that she didn't do nothing. And then when they got older, they said, we're not going to do that. But just go back in history, trace back and see what happened and when. Us 40-year-olds, our mamas and our daddies are the ones that mess up, okay? I go on to say, meanwhile, there are all these single women filling our churches. And let's not talk about all the fatherless children that there as well. Where exactly are these babies coming from, Miss? I don't need a man, okay? It's as if we're living in a time where marriage is frowned upon, and the strong, independent Black woman who don't need a man lie is running rampant. I declare to you that we need to begin to take authority over this lie and begin to desire marriage. The problem is those of us that are 40s, and we are seeing how our mamas and aunties and our daddies and uncles messed us up. We need to begin to teach our children. My husband and I are teaching our boy. He knows he's going to get married. He knows he's going to be a family. He knows he's going to go to school. He was just up there. And he said, Mommy, is the president the boss of the whole world? He says, the president of the United States, the boss of the whole world. I say, yeah, honey, we're the strongest. We're the most powerful. And she said, even China and Paris. I said, well, they have their president. We're the biggest, baddest. We're strong. He said, I don't know, Mommy. It sounds like it's a lot of work. Maybe I don't want to be president. And so I said, you have a long time to think about it. So we are talking to him about what you're going to be when you grow up. See, that's what the Bible means. Teach a child in the way they should go. I want to yell and scream every time a child get 18 and mamas are crying. What am I going to do? You want to go to college? And I'm like, weren't you talking to him about that? His whole life. You had 18 years. So those of us now that are 40s that we are seeing that the generation before us effed us up, we need to take authority And we need to pray. We need to get delivered, and we need to begin to teach our children. Corinthians talk about, I think it's 2 Corinthians 4:10. It talks about taking authority over imaginations and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge, above the knowledge of God. Either 2 Corinthians, I can't get it because I got my booty short. So, okay. We have to take authority. We have been lied to. We have the black woman over here talking about, I'm a strong, independent black woman. I don't need a man. Then we have the red pill community. Somebody sent me a video, and you have all these men talking about they're not getting married because women are trash. And I'm saying they're playing right in the hands of the devil. Because if we don't get married and have more little Jesuses in the world, then we're playing right in the hands of the devil, because there will be no pictures of Jesus. When a man and a woman stand at the altar and take a covenant of holy matrimony, that is a picture of Christ and the church. The following is an excerpt from my book, 10 Years a Girlfriend. Marriage, that's 10 Years a Girlfriend. Marriage is and should be a goal. Marriage is and should be a goal if you want to get married. Now, let me talk to the women who don't want to get married. You need to be clear, and you need to be honest with yourself and me and God. Okay? If you're 40 years old and you made a mess of your life, you don't have 55 kids, and you haven't met the man you want to meet, and now you're talking about you don't want to get married. So is it really you don't want to get married, or is it you have not met the man you want to get married, so it's easier to say I don't want to get married? See, that's the truth. The truth is you haven't met him, and it's easier. It's you're psyching yourself and saying I don't want to get married. But you got 55 kids, but you don't want to get married. Make it make sense to me. Okay? And you're telling us you don't want to get married, but in your hearts of heart, you're still praying, send me a husband. Double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways, and you will get nothing from God. Yes, there are about 0.00000000000000001% of women who don't want to get married. But 99.9999999999999% of women want to get married. And I was telling somebody on Facebook, if you don't want to get married because of trauma, you don't count. If you've been married before, you got a bad marriage and a bad divorce, and now you say you don't want to get married, you don't count. You are not a part of the 0.0001%. Hannah, in the book of Luke, I believe, she got married young. Her husband died. In her culture, she was supposed to get married. Again, she said, no, I don't want to get married. I just want to spend my time serving the Lord. That's somebody who don't want to get married. But don't tell me you want to get married, but you have 55 boyfriends and 87 kids. You are lying to yourself. And I'm just telling you, sis, you need to stop lying to yourself. So if you want to get married, marriage should be a goal. And this is why us in our 40s that have our sons and daughters, we need to begin to teach them about marriage and wanting to get married, and not sowing seeds all over the place, young men, and not hoeing around, having a hoe moment, young ladies, because what they don't tell us is, especially for women, because we're incubators and we're containers, when men come and release their semen inside of us, See, they don't tell you about the spirits that's inside of you because of the semen that was released inside of you, that's warring inside of you. And a lot of women get married and husbands cannot satisfy because his semen is warring against all the other semen that's inside of you. These are the things they don't teach you, and these are the things they don't tell you when they tell you to go have a whole moment. And my question is, well, why should I go have a whole moment? I'm not a hoe. I'm a virtuous woman. So because I'm not a hoe, I'm not about to go have a whole moment. Do you know how many women told me that when I was waiting for God? I've been celibate for so many. Girl, you need to go have a whole moment. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. I said marriage is the goal, and I will not back down from it. If you want to get married, then marriage is a goal and should prepare ourselves for marriage. If 70%, and this, I don't know if these numbers are, it's probably more now, of Black women are chronically single, meaning they are not and will not get married, then why shouldn't marriage be a goal? Why is everything else a goal and not marriage, right? And so while our angry mamas and aunties was telling us not to get married, they were coddling the boys and the sons. And they saw how angry and bitter the mamas were. And so what that did was that turned their minds off of being husbands. They were not taught to be husbands. They were not taught to be providers. They were not taught to be protectors because there was no daddy there, or daddy was running the street and mama was doing everything. And a lot of these men, especially my age, want women that struggled and worked 55 jobs like their mamas. Ladies, this is why it is necessary to talk to the men you're dating about his mama. Listen to how he talks about his mama, how his daddy treated his mama, and what he thinks about his mama. Okay? So nobody was prepared. One, far and few, was prepared. If you want to get married, okay, I read that already. Think of the achievements that we call goals. Going to school, getting our degrees, or buying our first home or a new car, all are all goals. Traveling the world, saving an emergency fund, buying a $1,200 pair of shoes, $13,000 purse are all goals. But when it comes to marriage, oh no, marriage is not a goal. Women of color are becoming the most educated group of women. We have big jobs and getting more accomplished than our ancestors and our male counterparts. However, we are the most single group of women. I'll be writing a book about the high number of single Black women, but I just wanted to drop this little shocker here. And yes, ladies, marriage is and should be a goal to you if you want to get married. Many women waste years of their lives on various boyfriends. You don't want to get married, but you always have a boyfriend, right? Waiting for the men to marry them, wasting precious time with males they want to marry, but who don't see their girlfriends like Christ see the church. My sisters, you need to set your eyes on the covenant, protection, provision of marriage if that's what you want. And see, when you have a marriage goal and a marriage mindset, I think I also wrote about the marriage mindset. You will not have I don't need a man mentality, because you can't serve two. You can't have I'm a strong, independent Black woman, I don't need a man mentality, and at the same time have men marriage mentality, because these are two different women. A woman who has a marriage mentality will be flowing in her femininity. Yes, she went to school, she got her degree, she's accomplishing her goals, She's traveling the world. She has house, cars, and money. But what's different about her over here and this one over here is her mindset about marriage. You will have never heard me say when I was single, I don't need a man. I need Michael Thompson. I need that man. Do you hear me? I need my husband. I need him. The other night, I'm like, I'm craving some potato bread. Could you go get me some? He ran to the store. I called Mike, where you at? What's going Babe, I can't find the potato bread. I done went to like 3 supermarkets. I'm trying to find you some potato bread. I need him. I need him to provide for me. I need him to protect me. I need him to love me. I need him to adore me. I need him to tell me I'm pretty. I need him to tell me, Janice, you need to go write your book. I need him to say, baby, you're tired. Go lay down. I need him to tell me every day, I love you. I need him to tell me when I had on just a white t-shirt yesterday. You can't wear, not supposed to wear stuff on your shirt. I had on a little jean skirt and a white shirt, little white t-shirt, just like this without the right. And he was passing, going to the bathroom. He said, baby, you look so good. I said, oh, thank you. And I'm standing there like it's just a white t-shirt. But I need him to do that for me. And see, Miss Marriage mentality and Miss I don't need a man, Miss Marriage mentality will attract the Psalm 23 husband, the provide a husband, prepare a husband. This one, Miss I don't need a man, will always attract Pookie Rares and Tyrones because Pookie Rares and Tyrones need her. She just needs your sperm to have a baby. You see the difference? Okay. Beloved, if marriage is what you want, then set your eyes, heart, mind, soul, and spirit and body on the covenant on marriage. The issue with this is that many of us, especially in the Black community, we don't get a marriage mentality until we're 35. And it's sort of kind of late because now you have to unlearn everything you've learned about being a strong, independent Black woman who don't need a man. I don't need you to do nothing. I want you, but I don't need you. You have to unlearn all of that. You have to renew your mind. It's like when we come to Jesus out of the world. Imagine coming to Jesus at 40. You have to renew your mind. Romans 12, 1 and 2. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies unto God, a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And so Miss 35, 40-year-old who woke up one morning, I need to get married. Baby, you got to unlearn all the lies and the feminist lies and the all that stuff you was talking and learning. You have to unlearn it and renew your mind on getting a marriage mentality. Because as long as you walk around and say, I don't need a man, you will never attract the Christ type of husband. Because the second you open your mouth, he gonna know she's a fake. Remember when Gil opened his mouth, he said, I said Dusty. And they might laugh with you and tell y'all might go out and have a good date. I get that a lot. We went out, we had a good day, blah, blah. We had fun. I ain't heard from him again. When you do things God's way, you are paving the way for you and your children to have what God intended for you. Sisters, it is your responsibility to live your lives according to what you want. Having the mindset that marriage is a goal is not about making marriage an idol. This is another lie they tell you. Oh, you're making marriage an idol, right? But you spend 10 years in school getting a degree. But because you want marriage, it's an idol. You worked on your credit to buy a house, But wanting marriage is an idol. Do you see the lie we are told in the Black community? Having the mindset that marriage is a goal is not about making marriage an idol. Making marriage an idol is the lie many have used to keep us single. Because when you desire marriage, you carry yourself differently. Listen, Ruth left Moab. She was a widow. She left Moab, went to Bethlehem, went on Boaz's property and snagged him. You don't think there was other women in Boaz's field gleaning? But Naomi told Ruth, daughter, listen to me so I can make it well with you. This is what you do to attract Boaz to you. All the fields was filled with other women. But there was something different about Ruth. What? Marriage mentality. However, the marriage mindset is about living your life God's way. Marriage mindset is about learning to choose the best husband for you and the best father for your children. How many of you know your baby daddy is a choice? Okay. It's about living your life as a wife and a virtuous woman. Proverbs says, he that finds a wife. And my daddy told me, Janice, you're not a wife when you stand at the altar and get married. You need to be a wife now. You need to carry yourself like a wife, think like a wife, talk like a wife, dress like a wife. You need to have the essence, the smell of a wife. In the book of Exodus, God killed two of Aaron's sons. Why? They brought the wrong incense. They offered the wrong incense. And the Bible talks about an offering as a sweet smelling savior in the nostrils of God. And they brought wrong incense. And when God smelt it, he killed them. Because no. God, I already told you what I want. Why are you bringing me the wrong incense? And so, ladies, Miss I don't need a man mentality. The minute you open your mouth, your breath stinks. Your essence stinks. Because they can pick up. I don't need a man. And men, husbands, providers, protectors, to tell, they need to be needed. It is the air they breathe. They want us to need them. They want us, yes, you may be making a whole lot of money, but they need us to ask them for $8 to go wash your hair. I ain't asking him for $8. You ain't gonna get no provider husband. I would ask my husband, my Lexi and I are gonna go get our hair washed. It's $8 for a doobie back in the day. Here you go, baby. $200-$300. Is that good? Me and Lexa gonna get manicure, pedicure. Mine. We're gonna go get our nails done. Here you go, baby. Okay, that's marriage mentality. That's learning to respect, to honor, to adore, to activate his ability to provide and to protect. Miss, I don't need a man, baby. You can't do it. You know, it's like a foreign language for you. Miss, I don't need a man is going to have problems with what I'm saying. I ain't going to ask him for no $8. I got my own money. You don't have a marriage mentality. You don't have the mindset of a marriage. You don't understand his role. You don't understand and respect his authority and his role in your life, because a husband is to provide, okay, and protect and profess and adore. When you have It's about living your life as a wife and as a virtuous woman. When you have a marriage mindset, you will not allow men to use your body for sex, procreate, and a toilet. What does a toilet men use? My dad taught me that. What does a toilet do? What do you do in a toilet? You empty yourself in a toilet. So don't allow men to use your body as a toilet. Don't allow men to empty themselves inside of you. Because a lot of these men, they're just looking for a hole to empty themselves into. You, ma'am, do not avail your bodies to these men who wants to empty themselves. Marriage mindset. I'm trying to tell y'all, honey, this book is coming. I'm trying to tell you, okay? And so I'm going to do a live. I don't know today, not tomorrow. It's still hot. About I don't need a man. Okay, because Stacia did. I'm gonna try to find the clip. I don't need a man, but I want one, as if he's a purse. And Stacia, women like Stacia, love her. But women like Stacia, they will never attract the shepherd husband, the prepared husband, the provider. They will never. They can't. They can't attract. You can't get him. The moment you open your mouth, he's going to run to the hills from whence cometh his help. Because you don't have marriage mindset. You're walking around I don't need a man. Well, they need to be needed. I love you, my beloved. I have to go, y'all. I just cannot. I can't. I don't know, y'all down south. I just cannot, girl. And I told Mike in our new house, I want central air. I live in an old community, so most of the houses over here are not central air unless they're renovated and done over. Okay. I absolutely love you. Let me know what you think. Do you have a marriage mindset? Or do you have I don't need a man mindset? Which one? Which one, boo-boo? I love you. I have to go, beloved. Be sure to subscribe. I'm almost at 20. Come on. Can I get 20? Can I get a 20? Can I get a 20? And love you. And thank you for your reviews on Amazon. Check out The Fruitful Wife. She says, P.S. Enjoy your marriage. You're not going to enjoy your marriage. Talk about I don't need no man, girl. I'm trying to tell you. Bible. Love you.